Welcome back to Slay the Princess, everyone. I'm Brian, and we're gonna continue to not kill the princess. That's the whole joy of this. Let's go! I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu?
Yes.
No, you don't have that.
Oh, yes,
this
I do.
This is the first time either of us have been here.
I don't think so, Mr. Narrator, sir.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
Yeah.
Don't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
Yes, I agree.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Okay.
You know I can hear you two, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Fair enough.
And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
I mean, she didn't do anything to anybody else. She just killed me because you were trying to go ahead and make us kill her. This is more than deja vu. I'm pretty sure this whole thing really happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world.
Which I'm not going to do.
So let's just agree to disagree.
Fair enough. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
I'm all skippy here. Okay.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Mm-hmm.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Yeah.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess.
Yeah.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
Yeah, you
That
tell
doesn't
me,
sound
hero.
like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say
Yes.
something really mean to me?
I hope
Because
not.
if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Or you're just a coward who wanted to go and keep the princess from getting out and denying us our happiness. No.
Sure you are.
Nah.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah, for us maybe.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
I don't like what you're spitting there, narrator.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Everybody lived happily ever after?
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after?
Yeah.
Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I like my answer. Happily ever after, definitely.
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Hey.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
Damn it.
You're talking in circles.
No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's talk about this. I told you I was going to be thorough, guys, okay? I told you at the start of this series that I was going to be very thorough about this. I want to explore as much of this as I possibly can.
Just be quick about it.
Yeah. The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How's she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
I disagree.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
What proof could you possibly ask for?
I want to see her actually destroying a world.
Literally anything.
Like how she destroys the world.
Fine. Check your pockets.
Ooh, a pocket? I got pockets? I'm gonna check my pockets.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front.
Ooh.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
That's probably something you wrote.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
Hey, there you go, Mr. Skeptic.
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
Debatable.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
Yeah, I like the skeptic guy's pretty cool.
Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk.
I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
You think so? Who locked her in the basement? What is this
People
place?
locked her in that basement, and I told you what
Why?
this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Why? Yeah, why couldn't they slay her?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Mr. Narrator, you
Oh,
tease.
I didn't know we were special.
Don't listen to him, hero!
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
To free the princess.
Yes, right. We're here because we're special.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
But you're being cagey. Why aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Okay.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
I don't want to. Alright, that's all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Yay. I can do that again? Oh, no, man. No, I can't do that again.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will
Yes.
Did you just say wink out loud?
Yeah, as he did.
No, I didn't. Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Okay.
The interior of the cabin is
Ooh.
less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon.
Ooh.
A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
And a mirror.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
There isn't a mirror.
But there
There's
is.
a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Oh, yes, there is.
There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah.
There isn't.
Yeah, there is.
I think you know what we have to do.
We have to touch the mirror. I want to look at myself. Why would you like? I want to look at myself and see how handsome I am.
Let's not get caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. Whatever it is, he must not want us to know about it.
You don't think we're cute, Skeptic? Or handsome?
Is this some sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
So throw us. Yeah, whatever. Who knows? Who cares? This whole cabin is different than the last time.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
I have a feeling the princess was up to that one.
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Oh, but I have. I've got video proof to prove it.
So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Except the mirror that's right on the wall.
This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I had to do it, man.
But it was there a second ago.
It was.
Now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Or maybe it won't. Who knows? Alright, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Yeah! Alright, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps.
Ew.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Probably.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
She's angry already. We haven't even gone down the
Does she
stairs
remember
yet.
us?
Probably.
You walk down the
Oh,
stairs
my.
and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy
Oh, she
collar
got
around
some
her
around her
neck
neck.
clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Yeah, if we do cut her out, can we just cut him at the wrist this time, please? Although it's probably gonna be a little hard now she's got this thing around her neck, right? Yeah.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall?
Yeah, that one's for
In
me.
a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
I mean, I have a feeling that that's for me, so that way when the narrator tries to go ahead and kill her in my stead, I'll be locked up and she can just kill me. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Probably not, but I don't remember. There's probably some in the video about it.
It was.
Oh, it was? Okay.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
What makes you think I'm here to do that? I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm sure going to leave. I'm just going to leave her here. Leave the princess in the basement. Alright, I'm going to sit with her.
You step
Hello!
towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Okay.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Yeah. Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions? What do you mean?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife.
No,
What are you
This
going
thing?
to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
no, at least she knows.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Yeah, she might be able to fit through. If she were, if her head was small enough.
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Oh, that's creepy.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
mean, she probably survived the massive blood loss from her hand, so who's to say that that wouldn't be a possibility she wouldn't be able to survive without her head?
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I mean, it's in the narrator's best interest. Not mine, though. I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh? Are we acknowledging that?
Oh!
I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
No way, she does remember. Oh, that's amazing.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true.
Yeah, you didn't believe me either, fool.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
How so, Mr. Narrator, sir? Are you gonna talk to me now? Are you gonna tell me why this is weird?
It's complicated things. How exactly?
Because now she knows.
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Oh? Is it now?
A contingency for what?
For my stupidity, that's what it's for.
For you failing,
Ah!
obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Ah, thank you. I'm gonna free her most magnificently.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle.
Nah, that's not gonna happen, bro.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic.
Weird.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Should we, though?
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Yeah, it really isn't, though.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Sorry, princess. What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
See, narrator, I told you she wasn't gonna be able to get out.
And now you're back.
I am.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
I mean, it makes sense.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
How am I supposed to cut you out? If you didn't notice, your head is in shackles too.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Will I?
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or
Okay.
maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
I say we
Let me
keep
help
talking to her.
I'll start with the cons.
If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
Not if you don't do anything to me this time, Mr. Narrator, sir. Also, she just said she couldn't get out, so even if we go ahead and somehow magically go ahead and, I don't know, decide to kill her, she's not getting out. She's already established that. Why would that be a thing?
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros?
We kill her, we're heroes. Duh.
There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Okay, I didn't look at it that way. But okay, yes, I see your point. That other chain on the wall, who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
So that way you can kill me when I go ahead and betray you again?
Maybe it'll fit.
I'm sure it probably will. Think my bird neck's big enough?
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We
Can we
need
do
you
it?
ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Tell me I can do it, please. I can expect
I
the
wouldn't
shackle.
do that if I were you.
Oh, I'm gonna do it.
And why is that?
Because we're gonna get. She's gonna lock us in, isn't she?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
She's gonna lock me in it probably and get herself out.
And what? Is it
Oh,
going
wait.
to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
Not our wrist. Probably gonna go around her head.
I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
We're gonna be trapped down here with her.
He isn't.
I am. Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
She locks you into the thing and takes the knife and kills you.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Yeah, it's probably bad.
Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Yeah.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Oh, damn it, now we're trapped with her.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Now it's gonna be a race to see who dies first, me or her. Chances are it's probably gonna be me.
Excuse me?
You're excused.
Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Yeah. What was that? Prison of the She's just like, God damn, you stupid idiot. Why the hell did you go and do that for? You should have known that was gonna happen. At least we'll be able to keep each other company until I die.
Huh, so it does fit.
It does.
And I guess it doesn't like your knife.
Yeah.
We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
What are we supposed to do now?
I mean, we just stay here and talk to the princess for the rest of our sad lives.
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
I have a feeling we'll probably die of dehydration before we starve, but that could just be me.
That's horrible.
It is, but it's the reality of things.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Shackle, bad. Knife, lost, bad. Staying with princess till death, good.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
Yeah, that too, I guess.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Oh? And how so exactly? Are we supposed to strap the narrator into it, maybe? So, we're both stuck here.
Yep.
Simple. What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
You don't seem very upset about this. Did you know that this was going to happen to me?
No.
No. It would have been funnier if you did. Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
You and the
like,
princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
you're probably waiting for death.
This is so boring.
Then maybe we shouldn't have put on the shackle.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
That knife right there seems to be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes.
And I turned to be nothing but its bones.
It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
Has she been silent the whole time too?
At least the world is safe.
Yeah,
It
I
isn't.
guess.
You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
Quietly. And it's kind of creepy.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
Oh yeah, sure. This poor little woman right here just sitting here with the shackles around her wrist and one around her neck is definitely dangerous. Do you think if we have to come back to this, there's going to be a skeleton right next to her next time?
How exactly does that work?
I don't know. We're going to find out, I
It
guess.
just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
Until finally we die.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
Until the whole building comes down on top of us. Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk. Remember?
It's a simple yes or no question.
Still rude.
Alright, fine. Oh?
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
Finally, the light after all these years of just sitting here doing nothing. You know none of this happened overnight. This had to have happened over years. And surprisingly, we're still alive. Go
That
figure.
doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed?
Probably.
What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
Ah, Skeptic's thinking just like me.
She hasn't starved.
Neither have we.
I guess she hasn't.
She hasn't dehydrated either. Oh my.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass.
And yet somehow this wall back here somehow has managed to stand the test of time, and we haven't even been able to at least walk out with our chains at least.
Until suddenly,
Oh,
there are no walls.
look at that!
Then,
There's a starry sky above us, and somehow the building, the foundation of the building didn't collapse on top of us. That's weird.
and
You die.
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
Yeah, but is this really the way we had to go about doing it, though?
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Yep. Oh my. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. time to leave. Memory return.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Why do you guys always panic when that happens? Of course you're scared. This is not the end for you, but it's the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
No, that can't be right. There has to be something more.
Yeah! Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into my reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've grown. Oh boy, I'm a big bird now! You find yourself in a long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Aw, how often? Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
But
The
I'm going
vessels
to.
you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
I guess there's only one way to find out, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart.
Oh, yeah.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
An empty shell?
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
That's alright. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
And then we can have a more interesting conversation next time.
We will meet again.
Now. Damn it! We're having such a good moment, too. Why did you have to go and do that? Okay, I'm going to save this here for a second, because I want to see if I can indeed do something different with this one. Because I want to go back and see if, like, I can, my guess is that I probably can't do it, because she said that those avenues are closed to me. So I'm guessing I'm not going to be able to go ahead and take the knife, go back down to the basement with her shackled up like that, and then come back and have this repeat this again. But I want to try it real quick first, and if it happens, great. If not, everything goes dark and you die. Okay, well this is interesting. Apparently this time the resist option is gone, and I have no choice but to slay her. Okay.
Thank you. You swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air. But she's ready for it. She grabs your arm, her grip like a stone vice. You drop the blade. Vertically.
She broke my wrist.
She lets go, and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker.
Ow.
There's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now. Adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves.
Okay.
You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself before she hits you again.
Ow.
Every
Oh
blow
my.
is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
Oh my. Wow. You think she's mad at me or something?
You poor thing. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
Thank you.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground.
And she probably destroys my heart, right?
Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess.
Oh my. I mean...
It can't just end like this, right?
Oh, but it
I'm
is.
sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, damn it all. The tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Okay, we already know what this all is about already. We can just skip all this crap again.
A terrible sense of deja. If he doesn't remember what happened, then you know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
But it's new.
What does it matter what
Oh!
he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Oh, you're the voice of the broken now.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her.
But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself. It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first...
Okay.
Those are two very different questions, but let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or you died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Of course
Right.
we died. She didn't feel pain. She didn't feel much of anything, did she? And she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I
Right.
believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything?
This is the
If you're
same
asking that,
thing.
It sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started. Yes, but if it's the latter, do you think that if she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end. Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
I'm glad you do.
Just be quick about it. Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. We're not. We
Oh.
might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
I mean, considering how easily she crushed us, I mean, sounds fair.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
No.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
Who locked her?
People locked her in that bait.
Okay, so that's the same.
Look. Oh. Of course. Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell, the only thing special about us is that we get to experience painfully dying all over again.
Maybe not. Let's not be too broken.
I've told you everything you need, the less you know about.
Okay. that's
Great.
all.
Now,
Proceed to the cabin.
oh, she were lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time.
Fair enough.
She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
Ugh.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
I mean, I don't either. It says I have to go to the cabin. And so go into the cabin I shall.
The
Oh
interior of the
my.
cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would
Oh
suggest.
my.
The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Why is it all the way up there for? That's kind of dumb. And that mirror is really big. And why do I feel like I've taken something like that the small juice from like the Alice in Wonderland or something like that?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay.
Why do we feel so small?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I've taken like that potion from Alice in Wonderland.
We don't feel small. We are small.
Does that mean she's gonna be really big when we go down this time? You didn't say anything about the
That's
mirror on the
because
wall.
there isn't. There's there isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking
And small.
back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Uh-huh. Right.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I care about whether I'm being lied to. There's a mirror!
As do I. And yeah, there is. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What?
This whole cabin is different than the last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here.
I mean,
I hope this
fair
means you'll
enough.
finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You
No.
haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Okay, let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. This really isn't funny.
What, the mirror?
You reach forward and rub your hand. We should
hoping
count
that would-
ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Fair enough. Alright, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar.
Enter the basement. Let's see what happens this time. How exciting. We're gonna be really small.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
Yeah?
This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear?
Oh.
Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh my.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions.
That's right, I
So
am.
if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess
I
towers
knew
over
it!
you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Oh my, how fascinating. And that thing's not even there this time.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
I don't know, this is pretty freaking cool.
You brought that knife again, even
Yes.
though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
Look, this is the route I chose, this is the route I'm going with. And damn! You're so mystical.
Drop it.
Okay.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that,
But we did.
and yet you did. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
I kinda do, I mean, she's kinda tall, larger than life right now.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Eh.
Kneel.
Do I have to? No.
But the words
Oh my
don't leave
God.
your mouth. Instead, your legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
She's so powerful!
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Okay!
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
Yeah. I'm glad we gave you food for thought before we died, I guess.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me.
Ah, so it was a mistake to tell her that then.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Okay.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it?
Kinda.
It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson.
Not at all.
You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she?
Yeah, kinda.
And you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
She's gonna snap us out of existence.
He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her?
Nothing. Just submit.
First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done.
Yeah, we're gonna kill this thing over here. I don't see that happening, my brother.
The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
I mean, fair enough. What would you have me do?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
Do I have to? I mean, it looks like you could do that yourself. If you're so powerful, can you just break the
Don't
chain
be
yourself?
rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do.
Soft kind of you, princess. Gotta turn my heater off.
The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity.
I really screwed up this time.
The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world.
Okay, sure.
And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Well, just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Isn't that what all villains say? I have a question for you. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if
Yeah?
you have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
I mean, can I be the priest? I'd rather be the priest than the pet, if that's alright with you. I'm yours to command.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Yes, you are my queen. I gladly submit myself to your every whim. If you want me to cut you out of there, I will do so gladly. If you want me to destroy a village, I shall do so willingly and with great joy in my heart.
All you
Where's the
need to do
narrator?
now is break my chains.
Where is
This is
everybody?
what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say.
can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
Now let me guess, you're gonna take over me again, right?
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me.
Oh, she knows.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you?
That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Oh my. Ooh, she's possessing the narrator too now.
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
No way. She's taking control of him.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade.
All you need to do is believe it's been done.
And what if I don't believe? What happens then? Yeah.
You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe.
This is so
You
cool.
always believe.
believed.
All you have to do is open the last door to your
Ah!
heart. It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free forever.
Please, don't do this.
Why are you telling me not to do it? I have to. It's over. I'm sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. It is good. Alright, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back.
Okay. Break.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Yes, princess. Wherever you go, I shall follow. What happens now?
Nothing. And then, everything.
Nice. Wow. Oh, they're taken away! But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
No.
There's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Why are you getting all nervous? Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. I'm just going to be. It's going to be okay. Okay.
What
hold
is
on a
that
sec.
supposed to mean? This is what we all deserve, isn't
I
it?
want to hear what the broken says. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Silent as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The decay. Oh my, you withered. You find yourself in a long quiet once again. You are at the cabin. Oh my.
I'm a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tones
Wow.
ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
No way.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
It can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be. but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're towards me and I hate it. I think I hate you. Let's see. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter.
How strange of you to ask me then.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for an overwhelming heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
I'm still planning to kill you once we're done with this.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempted to destroy me.
I don't even think I could, even if I wanted to. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you'll want when we've finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
That's awful nice of you. So you don't have any preferences on how you like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My
What are the
gift to
changes?
you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Okay. Well, damn it all. Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. That was a pleasant surprise. I think I'm going to leave that one here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, everyone. Have a good one.